गिनने के सपने देखे थे, चाँद तक पहुंचने की ख्वाहिश हमारे दिल में बसी थी, पर वक्त के साथ वो सपने कुछ धुंधले बढ़ गए और हम ज़मीन तक सीमित होकर रह गए। आज के हमारे गेस्ट उन चुनिंदा लोगों में से एक है जो अपने सपने को अपनी आज की हकीकत का दर्जा जीता है। नमस्कार आप सभी को, मैं यथार्थ।
मैं चारवी। Today, as a guest, we have a very well-known personality, Sir Kshitij Pandey. He has over 90,000 followers on Instagram and over 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's a well-known science communicator. He's also known as Astro Kshitij. Hello, sir. Should we begin with the questions?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for inviting, first of all.
Thank you, sir. Sir, everyone looks at the stars, but a very few decides to follow them. What made you take the first step?
I believe that everyone is curious about the stars, each one of us. It's just some people are more passionate about it, some aren't. I was more passionate about it, so that's why I pursued it.
Sir, since you are a very well-known science communicator, how do you encounter pseudoscience and misinformation when you see it online?
Okay, so there are many ways. Most of the time I try to debunk them, but if they are like in a par so that I can acknowledge them and I can debunk them. And see, it's a big problem because our country lacks scientific temperament, and that's a very big issue. So people like me, there are some other science communicators, what we try to do is that we try to engage with people, we try to rationalize the ideas and try to encourage people so that they question over things, so that these kinds of pseudoscientific claims do not spread that much.
Sir, what would you like to say to the young minds who are interested and fascinated towards science just the way you were?
So I would say that if you see science as a subject, you will never be interested, right? Even I was not interested in science when I used to see it as a subject. But once you start to associate stories and the mysteries of the universe, right? Why do we love Marvel movie? It's a science fiction movie, right? So we are making science as a fiction there and adding a story to it. But the difference is the science we have in reality is much more interesting. So if we add the story angle and if we add the mystical angle to the science, that way it would become more interesting. That's how I see science.
In India, we have multiple science geniuses just like you, but still we lack in Nobel Prize. At what thing we are actually lacking? Is it ecosystem or anything else?
So there are many reasons for this. First of all, we have to understand the scientific infrastructure of India. One of the big problem about this is that we do not acknowledge our geniuses that much. Our scientific geniuses are not the heroes like in many European and US countries, right? So that is one of the problem. Second is there is a generational gap for the Nobel Prize at this point of time. Most of our brilliant scientists go abroad. Many of them have got the Nobel Prize and many of them are Indian origin but not Indian nationals, right? So this brain drain problem has to be solved in order for a Nobel Prize to be there. And third, the funding. We don't have that much funding as it is in outside of India. So funding also plays a very crucial.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure to interact with you. That's our time.